Ahoy there, mates! Welcome aboard the VHS pirate ship, and welcome to Fantastic Battles! Yes, Fantastic Battles, the interactive video experience that pits two pop culture icons against each other in one-on-one combat. The more ridiculous the matchup, the more fun we'll have. It's interactive because you get to vote on who you think the victor would be. To be part of the action and to vote, you have to hit subscribe and hit the notification bell so my shit shows up in your YouTube feed. Once you do that, you'll see a poll question with two options, combatant A and combatant B. Simply vote on who you think would be victorious. The poll will be open for 5 days after its original posting. After that, I'll tally up the votes and then we'll see who the victor will be. So without further ado, let's head down to the arena and see who the two combatants will be on Fantastic Battles! What is today's fantastic battle? Who are the brave combatants? Well, I can't take the credit for this fantastic battle matchup. This idea comes from a fan of the show, and he posed the question of what would happen if these two would happen to fight. And I was so intrigued with the concept that I decided to make it the first fantastic battle. So let's meet our fantastic combatants. Judge Doom versus the T-1000. Now, go with me on this one, and let's not focus on the why or the how or the when, but instead, let's focus on the what. And remember, it's called Fantastic Battles for a reason. So the antagonist of Who Framed Roger Rabbit will go up against the antagonist of Terminator 2, Judgment Day. The T-1000 is a liquid metal polymimetic advanced prototype cyborg, and Judge Doom, as it's revealed in Who Framed Roger Rabbit, is actually a cartoon. Yes, spoiler alert, but if you haven't seen Roger Rabbit by now, well, that's your problem. The reason this would not only be a fantastic battle, but also an epic battle, is that both combatants have shape-shifting capabilities, and therefore they both possess the ability to form their own weapons. But, as stated in Terminator 2, the T-1000 is unable to form complex machines or anything with moving parts. However, since Judge Doom was able to turn his hand into a giant spinning buzzsaw, it's evident that he can, which does give Judge Doom a bit of an advantage over the T-1000, but you have to wonder how much that really matters. Both characters are practically impervious to any kind of long-lasting damage, let alone any kind of damage that would affect the outcome of the match. They would essentially be invulnerable to each other's attacks. As you know, in Terminator 2, the only way they destroyed the T-1000 is by dropping him into a vat of molten steel, causing him to melt into liquid shit. Liquid shit. Liquid shit. That victory was circumstantial, and if they weren't in a steel mill, that wouldn't have happened. So we can safely assume that that is the only way to defeat a T-1000, and Judge Doom would also have a very specific method that one would have to employ to defeat him. As stated in Who Framed Roger Rabbit, the only way to kill a cartoon is by a concoction known as the dip. Judge Doom's own creation, and he would demonstrate this in what would be one of the most horrific scenes in cinematic history, and no doubt added to your childhood emotional trauma. Sure as hell did for me! The dip is Judge Doom's own creation, and ironically would be his own demise. And his fate is sealed when he is sprayed with the dip, and much like the T-1000, he turns into liquid shit. Liquid shit. Liquid shit. So unless they end up fighting in a steel mill, or the T-1000 has access to the dip, this would be a stalemate, and this battle would rage on until the end of time. However, there is a lot of speculation here. It could be speculated that the T-1000, being an advanced prototype, has a neural net processor, and is the same kind of learning computer the T-800 was. And therefore, it's safe to presume that he would eventually figure out how to make dip. That is, of course, assuming that his programming knows what a cartoon is. I mean, it might know what a cartoon is, but it more than likely would not know why a cartoon is attacking it. So, now it's up to you. What do you think? Cast your vote now to determine who the victor will be. And feel free to let me know in the comments below why you chose who you chose. Thank you for joining me for today's Fantastic Battles, and I'll see you next time only on Captain Adam's VHS Pirate Ship.